Good Wednesday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your Talking Live broadcast channel forecast update, as we're going to be looking at continued steamy weather across our area for today. But hold on, we got a few more days. We're going to see some changes coming our way as we're going to get a little bit of a summertime break from the heat as we go into this upcoming weekend. Now, before we go going into this whole report here, just make sure that you go ahead and give us a like here on Facebook. And if you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on right now in Chattanooga as we're looking at some clouds around. That's going to kind of inhibit the temperatures just a little bit for today. We're going to continue with scattered showers and thunderstorms for today, and that'll continue right into the upcoming weekend, but it's going to take a few days for that cooler weather to work its way down. Look at the cloudy conditions up here at Lake Chattooga, up here in North Georgia as well. It looks like the kids enjoying a little bit of the last few days of summer before they head on back to school. And looking pretty good here as well for this afternoon. But we're still dealing with these heat advisories and extreme heat warnings back over toward Mississippi and parts of Tennessee. Again, still looking at a lot of Tennessee and Georgia underneath the heat advisories. Those feel like temperatures popping between 100 and 105 degrees in our area. And again, we're going to continue to stay quite stagnant until that front moves in this weekend. Another thing we're going to watch here with the scattered thunderstorms across the area, we are going to see some localized flooding. There were some storms yesterday across North Georgia. It was dumping upwards of 2 inches of rain in a very quick amount of time. So again, just kind of watch out for some of these hefty thunderstorms. Again, couldn't rule out isolated severe, but definitely going to be looking at some heavy rainfall, localized totals here over the next couple of days. And that may go up a little bit going into next week as well. Now, as we go ahead and take a look at our current radar out there right now, we're starting to bubble up some activity over here off to the west here, over toward Lewisburg, and seeing some rain over here. Chattanooga looking clean here for the moment, seeing some rains back over toward North Carolina. And we'll fire up some more storms here for this afternoon because the air mass is pretty buoyant, and that high pressure dome that was bringing us our extreme heat is starting to break down. So it should allow better development of afternoon showers and thunderstorms here for today. Now, looking at our regional satellite picture, seeing some storms out here into the northern Gulf, out here south of Louisiana and down near Mobile, Pensacola area, and starting to see a few scattered storms here across portions of East Tennessee as well. And we'll expect that to continue probably well into the evening hours for tonight. Looking at some of the model data, I think this is going to linger a little bit here, maybe even going into the early morning hours here for tonight. So let's look at our regional radar. Again, this is a great illustration here when I always talk about tracking boundaries for summertime, thunderstorms and things. And you see all these little dash lines here all across the south. Those are leftover boundaries from leftover thunderstorms yesterday. So again, we're just kind of tracking that and where that's going to fire up. They definitely change from day to day, and that's why our rain chances tend to fluctuate a little bit more during the summertime. But that is plenty warm. We're already seeing temperatures into the 90s, and we're going to do it again for a couple more days before we really see the benefits of the cool air moving down. All right, looking at our regional model here, looking at the NAM model, intermediate model here for over the next 60 hours. Again, we're seeing scattered storms here. That's going to continue. Watch the timestamp there in the top left-hand corner. I kind of get an idea what we're looking at here. Seeing pretty weather early on Friday. So going throughout the rest of the afternoon, again, we're going to see the scattered storms here on your Wednesday, die down through the overnight hours. I think that's a little underdone here. And then going into your Thursday afternoon, again, more scattered storms in the area. Here's a nice little complex of storms coming down south late Thursday night into Friday morning. And then it looks like we're favoring a little more activity over toward the Carolinas going toward Friday. But again, we're going to stay unsettled. It's going to be the word here. Afternoon showers and thunderstorms, decent rain chances just about every day. And they should back off a little bit as we head toward next week. So let's go look at your forecast maps here as we go ahead and put this into motion for you from our friends from the National Weather Service. Again, kind of watch that timestamp there right at the top there as we kind of track on through going into your Thursday. Again, the morning times are where the rain chances will be the lowest, and then as we go in the afternoon, we'll see it definitely spike up. This is late in the day on Thursday. Notice that frontal boundary, here it comes, coming on down in here, and this is our high pressure system that's going to give us our little bit of a break. There's going to be almost half the country on August 1st, for example, is going to be sea temperatures in the 70s. That's really unheard of to see here for this time of year. So the frontal system coming on through as you go into your Friday. Again, you got that frontal system sliding on through, and then it's going to stall to the south. So again, the high pressure up there to the north is going to settle up. I think the weekend's going to be decent, not bad, but we're going to still have some rain chances to deal with. Okay, then we got the high pressure in there, and then looking at Monday and then into Tuesday, again, see the rain, and then that old boundary is going to kind of wash itself out as we're going to see temperatures begin to warm back up a little bit over time. So again, the rain chances are not going to completely clear out, but we're definitely going to notice the cooler weather. We will definitely not complain about that. So here's our forecast here for tomorrow. Still a bit steamy out there. 80% chance of more afternoon showers and thunderstorms continuing, 92 and 75. there in Chattanooga. Elsewhere, look at temperatures here, very similar to what we had this morning. We'll see temperatures mostly in the low to mid 70s, except over there in the North Carolina mountains there, maybe some upper 60s there. Some evening storms tonight, and then settling down as we get toward the early morning hours. And then daytime highs tomorrow, again, very similar. Looking at low 90s here, some upper 80s over into the mountains. Thunderstorms likely with the afternoon showers and thunderstorms. So a little more cloud cover, not quite as hot. Notice we don't really have any real big purple on this map. So you know we've backed those temperatures off just a little bit. All right, looking at your regional perspective, though, we're still holding out the heat here to the west. 98, 98, 97. These have been almost identical forecasts really for the last 3 days. Haven't really changed that much there. Scattered storms along the Gulf Coast. 97, 98 over there along the Georgia and Florida coast there. And again, the best rain chances up toward Asheville and Charlotte going into your Thursday. How about the next 7 days? Here we go. We're going to continue it hot in here on Thursday and Friday. Again, this temperature on Friday, we'll see. We might need to back that off a little bit. We'll wait another model run on this. It depends on the timing on that frontal system coming on through here. 85-71 on Saturday, 83-71 on Sunday. I don't think anybody's going to complain about that. Rain chances back up to about 40% as we go in toward Monday, 86-68. And then we start to climb back up again as we head toward Tuesday and Wednesday. But to see some days stretching up there where we're not popping into the 90s, that's going to be a nice little reprieve from the summertime heat again. We're not done with summer, folks. This was definitely a summer, I call it a summer break. That's exactly what this is. We're not really getting a true fall air mass in here. We're just kind of cooling things down a little bit, bringing the humidity down here just a little bit, and let us catch our collective breaths. We're dealing with this oppressive heat that's been kind of stymieing us here for the last few days. Again, I appreciate everybody checking us out here on the Talking Live broadcast channel. Make sure if you're on here on Facebook, give us a like. And if you're over on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. All right, that is y'all's update for today. Guys, take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you on the next update. You guys have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.